The United States has always had a dark fascination with serial killers. From the notorious crimes of Ted Bundy to the eerie letters of the Zodiac Killer, these individuals have captured the public's imagination and instilled a sense of dread. However, what if the truth is even more unsettling than we imagined? What if there exists a covert network of serial killers, each operating independently yet connected through clandestine communication, employing varied methods of operation, MOs, to baffle law enforcement and evade capture? This hypothetical theory, while chilling, presents a compelling narrative worthy of exploration. We call this potential web of terror the serial society. The theory of the serial society arises from several perplexing observations in criminology and forensic science. Over the past few decades, there have been numerous unsolved serial killings across the United States. These cases often show a high degree of sophistication and an ability to avoid detection, which suggests a possible underlying coordination or shared knowledge. The idea is not entirely far-fetched. Modern technology allows for anonymous communication through encrypted messaging apps and the dark web. If ordinary criminals can exploit these tools, why not serial killers? The concept of a network where these individuals share tips, strategies, and even select targets could explain the elusive nature of many unsolved cases. The notion of killers communicating isn't unprecedented. Historically, there have been documented cases where criminals have exchanged letters and tips. The infamous case of Leopold and Loeb in 1924 is a stark reminder of how collaboration can lead to heinous crimes. However, the serial society theory posits a more complex and widespread network. In the digital age, we have seen criminal organizations use technology to coordinate illicit activities. The Silk Road, a dark web marketplace, facilitated illegal drug trade on a global scale before it was shut down by authorities. If drug dealers and hackers can create such sophisticated networks, it is plausible that serial killers could do the same. One of the critical aspects of the serial society theory is the use of varied MOs to mislead investigators. Law enforcement agencies often rely on MO to link crimes to a single perpetrator. By constantly changing their methods, members of this hypothetical network could throw investigators off their trail. To understand the potential existence of the serial society, we must examine several unsolved or ambiguous cases across the United States. These cases may provide clues that point towards a coordinated effort to avoid detection. The Highway of Tears refers to a series of murders and disappearances along a remote stretch of highway in British Columbia, Canada. Since the 1970s, numerous women, many of them indigenous, have vanished or been found murdered in this area. Despite extensive investigations, many of these cases remain unsolved. The varied MOs, including strangulation, stabbing, and blunt force trauma, suggest the work of multiple individuals. Could this be a border-spanning aspect of the serial society? The case of the Long Island serial killer, Lisk, is another intriguing example. Over several years, the remains of at least 10 victims were discovered along Ocean Parkway in Long Island. The killers targeted sex workers, but the MOs varied. Some victims were dismembered, while others were left intact. Despite significant media attention and extensive investigations, the case remains unsolved, pending a current suspect in custody's trial. The possibility of multiple killers working in tandem, each with their unique MO, fits the serial society theory. A more controversial theory is that of the smiley face killers. This theory suggests that a group of killers is responsible for the drowning deaths of young men across several states, leaving smiley face graffiti near the crime scenes. Critics argue that the drownings are accidental, but proponents believe the consistency of the graffiti and the pattern of deaths point to a coordinated effort. If true, this could be a modern manifestation of the serial society. For the serial society to exist, there must be a method of communication that allows for the exchange of information without detection. The dark web provides a perfect platform for such activities. Encrypted messaging apps, anonymous forums, and other secure communication channels enable these killers to share details without revealing their identities. To understand the serial society, we must delve into the psychological makeup of its hypothetical members. Traditional serial killer profiles often include traits such as a lack of empathy, narcissism, and a need for control. These individuals are usually lone wolves, driven by personal motivations and fantasies. However, the serial society members would need an additional layer of sophistication. They would have to possess a high level of intelligence to navigate the dark web and use encryption effectively. Moreover, they would need to have a unique form of camaraderie, a shared understanding of their macabre mission, and a willingness to collaborate without direct contact. Technology plays a pivotal role in the serial society theory. The advent of the Internet, particularly the dark web, has revolutionized the way information is exchanged. Encrypted communication tools like Tor and Signal ensure that messages remain anonymous and untraceable. This technological landscape allows individuals with shared interests, however nefarious, to connect and collaborate in ways that were previously impossible. Moreover, the use of digital currencies like Bitcoin can facilitate the exchange of goods and services related to their activities, further complicating law enforcement efforts to track and apprehend these individuals. The potential existence of the serial society presents numerous challenges for law enforcement. Traditional methods of profiling and linking cases based on MO would be less effective against a network of killers who deliberately change their methods. Moreover, the use of encrypted communication and the dark web makes it difficult for authorities to intercept messages and track suspects. Interagency collaboration is crucial in addressing this challenge. The FBI's Behavioral Analysis Unit, BAU, and other specialized units would need to work closely with cybercrime experts to uncover any digital footprints left by these killers. Additionally, international cooperation would be essential, as the network could span beyond the United States. The serial society theory also raises significant ethical and legal questions. How far should law enforcement go in monitoring online activity to prevent such crimes? The balance between privacy and security is delicate, and increased surveillance could lead to potential civil liberties violations. Moreover, the public disclosure of such a network, if proven, could incite panic and fear. It is crucial for law enforcement agencies to handle any findings with sensitivity and ensure that they do not compromise ongoing investigations or public trust. The theory of a serial society, a clandestine network of serial killers communicating and collaborating across the United States, is both fascinating and terrifying. While the evidence is largely circumstantial and speculative, the possibility cannot be entirely dismissed. Modern technology has created a new frontier for criminal activity, and the concept of killers exploiting these tools to evade capture is a logical progression. As we advance further into the digital age, it is imperative for law enforcement to stay ahead of potential threats. The combination of traditional investigative techniques and cutting-edge cyber forensics will be crucial in tackling this dark and complex challenge. Whether the serial society exists or not, the mere possibility underscores the need for vigilance, innovation, and collaboration in the fight against one of humanity's oldest and most disturbing afflictions. In the end, the idea of the serial society may serve as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the potential dark side of technological advancements. It challenges us to think critically about the ways in which modern tools can be used for both good and evil, and it underscores the importance of maintaining a vigilant and adaptive approach to law enforcement in an ever-evolving landscape.